right. First video of 2026? It's hard to remember. I'm at Pitt Addington Marsh Recreational. I don't know where I am. But I'm in for a long walk today. 15 kilometers, something like that. I'm going that way. And then I'm coming back right here. And guess what? So are you. So let's get this shit going. I was worried I couldn't park here, but I don't think anyone's gonna tow me. Unless they're driving a tractor. Okay, let's go. Time's burning at 6:30 a.m. and I gotta get going. And you're coming with me. Join me. Scale is gonna be pretty hard out here because, you know, I've got to walk over to those hills over there, and then I got to walk that way for God knows how long till I get to the Pitt River, and then I got to walk back. It took me 5 minutes to drive up there, so I mean, we don't know what 5 minutes is in reality, do we? Like in walking? I did the pre-measure and it was, there's two ways to go. One's like 15 kilometers and one's like 17. Now, I mean, you know, once you're at 15, 17 doesn't really seem that big of a deal. But bear in mind, I'm an old piece of shit. And I haven't been on a lot of long ass walks in a while, so. But you know, this is the thing. I'm 55 years old. Imagine. It's hard to believe looking this good, right? But 55 years old, and you know, you can't let yourself go. Once you let yourself go, you're basically fucked. So, and I don't want to get to that point. This is the second farthest I think I've been in that car. I've driven it 2,600 kilometers, but it's all just been in the city mostly. I mean, you know, you kind of get scared of going for long drives in a car that, you know, a quasi-hippie used to own. And, you know, when he got his oil change, when this guy got an oil change, the guy was like, you know, it was blacker than Toby's ass. And when I got my transmission fluid changed, he said he'd never seen transmission fluid look like that in his life. So, you know, it's kind of hinky when you drive out to a place like this and it's like, okay, well, am I getting home, or is this my new, am I just living in the car now at the side of the road? But yeah, I got BCAA insurance, so that's a good thing, I guess. But yeah, so this is the thing. These are all farms right here, I guess. These might be cranberry patches where they float the cranberries. Oh boy, I think I've used up all my stories. Actually took me a while to find the old camera too, because I haven't filmed in a long time either. But, you know, you gotta, I'm doing it for me, you know, this is the thing. This is all for me and the 3 other people who watch. What's that down there? That looks like some vitamin pills. Those are mine. I put them there. But yeah, I do this for me. So anyway, I'm gonna pull the pin on this for a bit and just soak up the ambience, if you know what I'm saying. Buzzed my hair off yesterday, shaved my face. Ooh yeah, I know. You're not ready for this guy, are you? No, I don't think so. So like I said, I can't figure out how long this is gonna take me. Basically, I'm walking that way too. That way. Follow along. on the interactive map. I'm walking that way to where you see that low-lying fog, probably to there. And then there's like a culvert that supposedly has water in it, I don't know. And then I go that way, because I ain't going that way, I'll tell you that right now. I'm not bushwhacking it over the old, well, that's not a mountain, but you know, hill. And of course my mom was like, oh, what if you see a bear? Well, first of all, I'll shit myself. That's step one. Step two, I'll go out in the cranberry field and shit myself again. But anyway, I hope you like the footage. No telling how long it's going to be. No telling how many times the camera's going to shit the bed, because the old GoPro Hero 8 Black regularly shits the bed when I'm trying to film, so whatever. So let's do this, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take a lot of pictures, which are of course going to be on the Instagram and Facebook. Ho-ho! Imagine. Is that a bear over there doing something weird? I can see something brown over there. Yeah. Anyway, let's do this, my homies. I'm hearing all kinds of weird noises coming from that direction. I don't know what the... all manner of crazy stuff happening in there. Not a clue. Like, of course they're birds. I mean, we're not going to say, you know, it's some kind of other unknown wildlife, but man, I haven't got that far. But of course, like I said, scale. I'm getting closer to where I think I go like that, but it's hard to say, not knowing. That looks like a car. I think there's another parking lot right there where you can, well, it's not a parking lot. People just spike it at the side of the road. Who's going to tow you out here? But I think there's another spot there to park, and then I go farther that way a bit. I mean, I can only go up to the hill, right? I mean, it's not like I can go farther. And I did do the research. But of course, like I said, the research from Google Maps, you know, I'm looking at this place from space. You know, right now, this ain't, you know, I ain't never been here before. I mean, for good reason. Like, who comes out here, yeah? It is quiet, though. Oh my God, it's quiet. Pitt Lake is right over there. I don't know if I'll be able to spot that, but depending on which way I go. I mean, if I go the long way, it's at the end of the track. If I go the other way, it's to my right. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let us continue. And always remember, guys, always remember, you got to get out there, man. You know, even though I don't practice what I preach a lot, I do get out, but having a little bit of a mooch around isn't the same as doing this kind of thing. This is proper. Oh, I hear. I got a little sad story for you. So all my pictures, I was storing them on an external hard drive. And, oh, hold on, my coat fell off. I was storing them on an external hard drive. These pictures go way back, you know, since like, God, well, since, you know, since I was with Brandy anyway. And there were lots of pictures out there, thousands and thousands of pictures. The external hard drive died. So, you know, I did of course all of the searches online, and look at that. Is that a snake? Holy fucking Christ. Not, that's a big snake. So I did all the research online, and of course it's fucking dead, right? But, you know, if I pay them the $1,000 some odd, they might be able to get the information off of it. So I've been putting that on the old back burner because I'm scared to bring it in and they're gonna be like, yeah, no, this is fucked. You know, right now it's in that limbo place where it's like, if I don't bring it in, you know, the possibility's still there that they can get the stuff off of it. If I do bring it in, you know, they're gonna tell me one way or the other, and then I'm gonna have to either be really upset or really upset that I'm losing a G to do this. But, you know, all of my video and intros are on there. Pictures of all my trips up to a certain point, right? Real pain in the ass, but you know, all the memories are still up here, so you better believe they are. It's not like I don't make money. You know, I've got some investments. You know what I'm saying? I made like, I don't know, $4 grand in the last couple months anyway. And that's just sitting on my ass. So, and I do that better than anyone. Imagine. Anyway, look, here we are at this other road. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, that guy's parked there. I wonder if he's worried that they're going to tow him. Okay, so here I am. Look, geese. And I guess I go up here. Oh, there's a sign. Come on, let's go look at the sign together. We might learn something. Oh, it's an actual sign. Holy shit, we are gonna learn something, guys. Pitt Addington Marsh Wildlife Management Area. Legend. Thank you. So, I am walking here, up here. Now there's a cut through here. This is what's going to turn it from 17 into 15. Here, anyway, to here, down and back to my car, down here somewhere. Right there, in fact. So that's what I'm doing. Look, you can measure it and whatever. Dedicated to the conservation of native wildlife, plants, fish, and their habitats. Please respect this area to help us preserve it for future generations. Yeah, look, sandhill crane nesting area. Do not disturb. What the fuck? Do not disturb. Like, I'm not going in there. Okay, so I gotta cut through Tick Alley there. And first I'm gonna rock a piss. And then when I get down there a bit, you'll get more. Imagine. Okay, thanks a lot. If you have any advice on my external hard drive, you can keep it because I already know the answer. Actually, Jeremy, what you can do is you can source the... shut up. Before I go any farther, check this out. I was just right there, but walk down here. Look at this. You can actually look at the marsh. Looky there. You can see the mist rising off of the water there. Bet you there's frogs galore in there. God, I'd love to see a frog. Now, I wore my special belt today. A belt that I got so that that would help me spot whales on my Vancouver Island visits. So there's a pretty good chance I'm gonna spot a swamp whale here. So, I mean, they're big. I won't have to like point it out to you. You'll see it, you know. I think you can hear them vocalizing to each other right now. Hard to say not knowing. Is that one right there? Oh, that's a log. Okay, I'm gonna rock a piss right here. Jot that down on the old piss rockin' map, and pew! I gotta go there. And you see that line of trees? I think that's the line of trees I can cut through like that. I'm probably wrong. Slug. I don't know if you can see, there's like a truck driving. There's another truck over there. I guess they're farmers or something. Imagine being farmers and being out here at, what time is it? 7 a.m. driving around in your little truck. It's so weird. The world is really weird. I feel like I'm on vacation somewhere because, you know, this is not like, you know, my home. It only took me, like, I left at 5:30 and I got here at 6:15. So, I mean, 45 minutes, it isn't bad to get to a place that's literally looks like you've you know, left the city. Well, yeah, I have left the city limits, so never mind. I'm almost to the hill, as you can see, or mountain, or whatever the hell it is. Mini mountain. And then, pew! Had the old hang a Larry. Fuck! Look at all these raspberries, too. Blackberries, or whatever they are. Fuck me. When these things are ripe, boy, howdy. It'd be nice to walk up here and, you know, scoff the lot. But yeah, so I'll get you on that way. I brought some coffee too. I brought a whole thermos flask full of coffee. That's forward thinking because, as you know, I like planning things. I'm a planner. I plan things. So yeah, I brought a whole thermos flask full of coffee using my my Posh coffee maker that I just bought. Maybe if I remember, I'll show you a picture of that. Bought it off Craigslist. Got a hell of a deal on it. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? Oh my God, Jesus. This is it. This is something crazy. Oh no, sorry. It just turns that way. Okay, well, I'm gonna take some more pictures and I'll get you when I'm up there a bit. I know this is very samey, but what are you doing right now? My God, it's quiet out here. All I can hear is the sloshing of coffee in my thermos and birds. Some kind of bird down there having a nice sing-song. I can see him. He's right there, but he's really small, really tiny. I was thinking, like, you know, you look over there at the tree line, right? Just imagine being over there, you know, in those trees and looking around. I wonder how many people have looked around in those trees. Probably not that many, I'll tell you that right now. Hard to say not knowing. Oh. I hope everybody's having a fun existence. Well, not everybody, but you know, the ones that matter. You know, I've pared down my my life so that it's in a bare minimum quasi-selfish state. You know, I eliminate the negative and, well, I guess accentuate the positive, I suppose. That's kind of what you got to do, right? Like, you know, the older that you get, you know, let's turn around and have a little face-to-face. The older that you get, you know, like, I'm 55, right? And now, I mean, that's fucking old. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's fucking old. I never thought 55 would happen. But, you know, every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, who's that fucking guy? It's me. Yeah, and I mean, like, things don't get easier as you get older, but you kind of want them to, right? So as other things get difficult, you've got to get rid of the shit that's harder, right? Because, you know, there's no point in putting up with bullshit. That's one thing that I'm not doing that anymore. You know, you gotta cut the bullshit out of your life, man. You know, if someone's, you know, saying fucking shit into your ear and you just put up with it and smile or whatever, you know, eventually you're gonna kill them. So, you know, I've had to do that. And oh, look, something happened here. Feathers. Something got at, I think. Some kind of burb got at by another burb. Imagine. I could make a quill out of that. Fucking make a quill pen. Yeah. So you gotta, like, you gotta pull the pin, you know, like, life's too short. You know, it feels like I was just 45 and now I'm 55, right? As you get older, you know, your mental relation with time changes because you've had more to experience. So when it passes, it seems to pass faster. As a child, you can't relate to time as much, so time seems to go faster or slower. So, you know, I'm not gonna be at fucking 60 and listening to people fucking, you know, saying negative shit. There's just no point. Because here's the thing. When you drop dead, and I hate to break it to you guys, but, you know, we're all gonna be like that bird over there. We're gonna be dead. And after you're dead, it's not like, oh yeah, no, I'll just go back and do that. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, I know this is always morbid. It always gets morbid with Jeremy. Jeremy always talks about, he's always walking through the graveyard talking about being dead. Yeah? Okay, well, contact me after you're dead and tell me I'm wrong. You know, even when it comes to, like, being healthy or something like that, as soon as you start fucking, no. As soon as you start fucking slacking off, well, you're fucked. You're 100% fucked. Because it's just gonna get harder and harder and harder. It's not like at 50 you're gonna be like, oh well, I'm just gonna eat like a pig until I'm 55 and then I'll get on the treadmill. Yeah, get on the treadmill at 50 and then fucking, you know, at 55 you're gonna be a lean mean fighting machine. you know. Procrastination at 55, I'll tell you something, it feels 10 times worse than it did at 35. So, I mean, it's just a matter of fucking, you gotta look in the mirror and, you know, give your head a shake and look at the pretty flowers. And look at the pretty flowers. I know you don't need a motivational speech from a fucking piece of shit like me. And, you know, it's hardly motivational when, you know, I've done a sum total of fuck all. But remember, I made a plan to retire, walk out of my job around my 50th birthday. Well, I did that. And so can you. I believe in you. I really do. Not all of you. A lot of you are, you know. But, you know, the ones who I believe in, I got your back all the way, man. Trust me. Anyway, that was too long of a fucking conversation. I'm gonna be walking. Not walking and talking. Let's go. Imagine being on those trees. Huh. Crazy. I need a cup of coffee though. I'm gonna find a place to stop and have a coffee up there, like where that tree line is. And you can sit with me. We can sit and set a spell and fucking chin wag. What's that? What happened there? Doesn't even make sense. Well, I'll be dipped. I don't know if you can see that. I can't even see it in the viewfinder. It's pitch black. But up there, there's like a viewing platform and some chain link fencing and some stairs leading up there. So are there trails up there? Because fucking hell, dude, look at that thing. It's so steep. That's nuts, man. I wonder how you get up there. I was gonna look up this place and tell you what it's about. Hold on a second, you take a look over there. Yeah, great. So there's where I am. Pitt Addington Marsh Wildlife Management Area. It doesn't say much about what it is, it just says where it is. Unless I can look there. No. Website. Okay, let's look at the website. Pitt Addington Marsh. Purpose: management of important wetland habitats in close proximity to lower mainland urban populations. Size: 22,972 hectares. Well, I hope I'm learning something. I'll Google it. Look, there's some kind of a platform over there to climb up. This is so weird, man. Oh, wait. Hold on. Am I at the... No. I can't be... No. I'm not getting near the... No. This feels weird. Like... No, I know I'm only halfway. I just looked at the map. Anyway, blah. Yeah, something large was down here. That's great. Okay, off I go. Now, I got a couple of soakers down there. It's really wet through there, and these raspberry bushes, someone's bucked them off, but I'll bet you there comes a time where you can't even get through here. There's like a viewing platform over here. Oh, look at this. Maybe I can... Nature's bounty. There's a viewing platform over here. This is the part where 17-kilometer walk, 15-kilometer walk. I think I'm gonna go the 15. I mean, this is only like a third of the way, so I still got another couple hours. But there's this viewing platform over here. This looks like a good spot to have a cup of coffee. Magine. Looks all right. I keep hearing weird noises. I thought I heard people talking, but as soon as I stop walking, I don't hear them anymore. Like, it's so bizarre. Like, it's like it's haunted out here or something. Hard to say, not knowing. Of course, it's also hard to say whether I'm deaf in one ear or dumb in both. Let's take a look at this. Look at the fucking, there's a thing here. Wildlife viewing. Raptors. Water birds. Blue heron. Chickadee. Yellow throat. Oh my god, look at that. Beavers and muskrats. Maybe that's what I saw. Heard. Talking. Osprey, crane, swan. Look, how come it doesn't show a frog here? Huh. Well, come on, boys. Let's go up and see what's going on up here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, this trail goes... What's that? This trail goes all the way along there to there, and then back along the river to the car. The other one goes over to there. I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? I mean, like, it doesn't seem that much farther. There's another viewing platform over there. I don't know, I'll decide up here. It's only 10 to 8. I mean, what am I gonna add, half an hour onto the thing? Look at this. Holy jumped up Jesus. See, I walked all the way along there. Huh. Ooh, look at that murky fucking water down there. Boy, howdy, I'd hate to fall into that. That'd be it. You'd just be dead. That looks like snakes down there. Fucking snakes. And then over here, look at that. This is crazy, man. Completely worth getting up at 5 a.m. I'll tell you that right now. Huh. Imagine. Okay, well, I'm gonna get myself a cup of coffee going here. And maybe I'll film a little bit more, but look. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Definitely worth waking up at 5 a.m. I get up at 5 a.m. anyway. Most of the time, there's a squirrel that climbs on my window screen looking for a peanut. Even though there's peanuts on the balcony, he still climbs on my window screen looking for a peanut. And if I don't give him a peanut, he comes in the window and he'll jump on the bed probably and, I don't know, chew my eyeball out or eat my nose maybe. It's hard to say not knowing. This place is great. I could, you know, I have this crazy thing in my head where it's like every time I go somewhere I have to like be doing something. You know, like if I'm gonna go out, like I should try and find a thrift store to go to or something. This is the perfect example of going out where this is what I'm doing. Nothing. I mean, nature isn't nothing. This is amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna walk along there, start heading, I mean, I guess start heading back. As soon as I left the car, I was heading back, because it's a circle, right? Your destination is where you left. I still think I keep hearing people over there. It's so weird. Hillybillies. That's what I think they are. Fucking hillybillies. They're gonna do crazy things. Maybe there's gonna be some stick pimps hanging in the trees over there. Alright guys. Peace. Well, I wasn't wrong. There are people there. There's people in a fishing boat. Imagine. Now this trail here, like, look at it, like like they've been through here with some kind of bushmaster fucking mulching machine that absolutely obliterates the things in its path. Like, this is look at those people fishing. I'm getting a picture of that. Pitt Addington Marsh. Imagine. I can imagine this place just gets completely overgrown. And I was thinking, like, what this place must look like walking through it in the winter. I always was thinking that stuff when I, am I filming? Yeah. When I was living in Calgary, like, I was like, hold on. When I was living in Calgary, like, the trails that I would walk along, I was always like, oh man, what would this look like in winter? And there were a few of them I did do in the winter. But, because, you know, like, everything looks completely different. It would be really cool. I mean, to me it would, because, you know, hey, I get out and do stuff. So how's everyone doing? Let me know down in the comments section, you know. I know this is my first video. I did spam upload last year's Victoria and Calgary trip, which, I mean, that was 10 months ago now that I did that. So, you know, it doesn't really count as a 2026 upload when it took place in 2025. That was a great trip though. I did enjoy that. I have done a bit of fake booking where, yeah, I stay in Cranbrook and Castlegar and drive around that area, because Cranbrook and Castlegar were fucking amazing. I know it sounds like, you know, Cranbrook is a piss hole in the snow, and Castlegar even more so, but fuck me, it's just so different. Like, you know, I'm used to driving to big places, you know, or not big places, but like actual places. But, you know, those small places, there's lots to see that, you know, you don't see if you're just stopping to grab gas. Anyway, I gotta pay attention to what's going on here. Look at this. What a crazy trail. Wonder how many people actually use this every day, you know? Like this is July, I don't know, 11th, something like that. What day is it? Oh, 13th. And all I've seen is people in a fishing boat. Oh, and a guy walking a dog. So I haven't seen anyone else. I mean, I'm sure when I get over to the main parking lot, which is at the end of this thing, there'll be people there. There were cars there when I drove up to look at it, and then I left. Because for some reason it said pay parking, and I'm like, pay parking? The fucking pay for what? I guess because there's a boat launch there. So, you know, you gotta pay a bit to use the services, I would imagine. I mean, you can't just be a dickhead and just ate a fly. Can't be a dickhead and fucking just, you know, take advantage of stuff and not expect to pay for it in one way or another. I hope you're really enjoying my commentary, because you know, without that, this would just be footage of this. Anyway, I'm gonna stop and not stop filming, and then I'll get you on t'other end, because this is, well, it is what it is. Well, this is the view that I've had for the last 10 minutes or so, but looks like the end of the trail's right there. I mean, I probably would have had a more scenic view the other way. Is this filming? Yeah. The camera just shit the bed, so I had to take the battery out and put it back in. Classic. I probably would have had a more scenic view the other way, but, you know, maybe when I come back in the winter, or, you know, autumn, spring, I don't know about the winter, but all right, here we go. Okay, what's going on here? So this is like Pitt Lake up there. That's Pitt Lake. And this is the Pitt River. No swimming. Yeah, well, fair enough. This filming still? Yeah. What the fuck is that noise, dude? Let's see if it says something over on this signage over here. There's got to be ravens in the tree making that noise. Yeah. Oh, look, there's no pamphlets. Terrible. Yeah, it's Pitt Addington Marsh. So I've walked from here to there, up there, along there, and I'm there, so I've got to walk all the way back down there like that and back to there, so that's going to be a bit, but it's all flattered in a plate of piss, so that's fine. I'm going to take my coat off and proceed upon my merry way, and you're going to get footage as, yeah, it is ravens. Imagine. Yeah, so I'm gonna proceed on my merry way, and in about, we'll see where I am in an hour. It's 8:30 now, so where am I gonna be at 9:30? Let's find out. Magine. Fragmites. Magine. It's very nice out today. Today is going to be the coolest day of the week, and that's why I decided to take this walk today. The weather's been real shit. Like I've been planning this for a couple weeks, and you know, every time I thought, oh, I'll go today, raining. I'll go today, piss cutter wind blowing through town. You know, this place, you know, if it's windy where I am, it's gonna be even windier here. So, you know, but yeah, today's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, that's Pitt River there. I've never been here before, guys. This is as new to me as it is to you, unless you know you live here somehow, and I'm gonna see you when I come around the corner, which I doubt. But like I said, I've seen a sum total of how many people now? 6, 7, and they were all back at the parking lot. So super. Anyway, I'm gonna keep moseying, and when I find something that is worth showing you, I'll show you. See, as a Canadian, living in a free country where you're allowed to do whatever you want, seeing a shotgun shell, it's always weird, you know? Always weird. I mean, this one's really old, but like, you know, it's not normal to see shotgun shells or weapons or whatever. You know, living in a civilized country where we don't feel the need to arm ourselves to the teeth because we don't trust anybody. Pretty feather. Or because we think we're better than everybody else. You know, being actually free means you don't have to protect yourself all the time from scary shit, because it's not really that scary when you think about it. So yeah, seeing shotgun shells, I wonder what they were shooting at. I mean, if you shot something out there, you ain't getting it. Maybe they were just shooting to shoot, I don't know. It's hard to say, not knowing. I have no idea how long this trail is or where I am on it. I do know I rocked a piss back there, so I'm gonna have to figure out where that was on the interactive map and drop a pin right on that spot. Beautiful out though. Nice being in the shade too, because if I was on the other side of this tree line, it'd be hot as hell. And I don't take heat well, that's the thing. I'm a fair weather homie, if you know what I'm saying. Anyone behind me? Nope. So yeah, I'll get back to the car and mosey on back home and have lunch and etc, etc. But there's still gonna be more footage. It's not like this is the end. You know, you have to see me getting back to the car. Hope they haven't towed it. Take 45 minutes for a tow truck to come up here. Okay. As you see, I got a long way to go. I can see where I'm going. Eventually, I know I get down to where I can see the river. Apparently, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Got to a more flat, marshy spot. Look at that, there's a guy in a boat over there fishing. Look at that valley in there. Imagine being over there. Think about it for a second. Like, just mind-boggling. There's all kinds of robins running around here eating worms and bugs and stuff. But this, I'll tell you, it's like I said, it's worth it. Being alive is worth it when you've got shit like this, man. I'll tell you that right now. Look, there's some kind of an old tree up there that's died and is a stump. Oh my God. Bet you never thought you'd see anything like that. And imagine. Oh. Look, there's a guy over there on a boat. Like, imagine being that guy on a boat. Trying to catch a fish. Holy shit, there's people up there. No fucking way. This is unprecedented. 2 people and a dog. Holy jumped up Jesus H. Christ Almighty. I'm losing it. I can't believe it, but I have to. I'm looking right at it. Holy shit. Well, you know what that means. That's a potential chinwag with some people. So I'm gonna pull the pin on this and keep walking straight, and maybe I'll see him, maybe I won't. Who knows? But anyway, let's take one more look. One more panoramic shot of this fucking place. This is great. Like I said, I'd love to come here in December or like early February. That is, if my car's still running by then. Oh, who's to say? Okay, more to come. Bye. Take a look at this. I found a couple benches. Imagine I did. Just up from where I saw the people. They're down there. They went back to their car. There's the fella in the boat. But you know, as you get older, this is the thing. This is something that I didn't appreciate before, you know, like I was getting home and I was completely bagged from my walks and stuff. And that's because, like, I didn't stop. I didn't have to stop. But now I've come to appreciate that, you know, having a little bit of sit down in between, you know, your legs of your journey. It's where it's at, man. Check out my new sunglasses. Vintage 1990s. New old stock, Bolle polarized, glass lenses. I mean, you know, pimping ain't easy, but I make it look real easy. You better believe I do. So I think what I'll do is, let's look over there. Don't look at me. What I think I'll do is I'll have another cup of coffee, and I'll continue on my merry way. That little parking spot down there where those people are parked, the next one down is me, but like I don't know how fucking far I have to walk. A couple miles, who knows? But you know, it doesn't matter. I have to do it. I can't just get into a magic fucking carpet and fly back into the car. I gotta walk. There isn't any other alternative. But I think I can afford, what time is it? 9:07. I think I can afford a little 10-minute sit down here and have a cup of coffee. In the fucking silence. It's so quiet out here. I know you can't tell because I'm running the old dick licker, right? But yeah. I'm not getting any signal on my phone either. It says at the top E. I don't know what E is. It's not 5G, I'll tell you that. G, E, F, G. It's 3 before G. There's no number. So I'm not a mathematosis, but that doesn't make no sense to me. Anyway, fuck you. I'm gonna have a thing and things, some stuff, and have a coffee and enjoy the view. All right, so look across the way there. I don't know if you can see it. If you're watching on a big TV, you probably can. There's like a gravel mine or some kind of, not a mine, but like a gravel pit or something up there. And there's houses across the way. I think I know how you have access to those places. I think there's a road from Port Coquitlam that meanders all the way to there. There's a weird thing over there too, and I wish I had the ability to see what it was. It's like, I have no idea what it is, but it's this like weird little structure over there. I'd love to know what that is. But yeah, there's houses across the way. Like there's a house right there. Imagine living there. Unbelievable. You wake up in the morning to this and gravel pit. I can actually see the big excavators up there doing, well, whatever it is they do. Excavate, probably. And check this out, coming up. Absolutely insane. Out of nowhere, you keep walking, it's like, what's going on here? Hold on, guys. I'll tell you what's going on. It's another bench. Look at it. It's at some kind of a racy angle too, so you could be looking over there. This is nuts, man. Who puts a bench here? Like, imagine, you know, you're the city works guys. It's like, okay, we got to put a bench. Okay, where are we putting it? Well, you go way down the fucking pike into the bog, and then spike her in the middle. Oh, there's a guy on a bike coming. No, that's unbelievable. And look, this bench looks like it's made out of something. It's got a plaque on it too. Imagine. What's the plaque say? In loving memory of Jeanette Reed. Yeah. Imagine sitting here. Look, there's a boat. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. I think that there's a line of trees over there. I think that's where I actually go that way. So we'll soon find out. Anyway, this guy on the bike, hope he doesn't run me over and rob me. Well, would you looky here. This is the path I go down there back to the gold car. So, and that's pretty long, that path. That ain't like, my car isn't right there. It's fucking 2 miles down the pike. Look at this, someone had a fire here. Let's see what they were doing. Oh yeah, so they had some fire and some plastic. That's good. And they didn't burn all the wood though. There's some kind of a note in there. Probably some kind of demonic rite, most likely. You know, I don't think there is a road in there. Every place over there has a dock, and while I did see vehicles there, I can't imagine anywhere putting a road up through there for the gravel pit. Anyway, look at this. Let's go, bud. Time to start heading back. Approaching the vehicle. I'm not approaching it because it's a fucking mile away or more. But like, this walk this way is as far as me to that bench up there, I think. So yeah, like I had no idea how long this walk was gonna take. I was like 17 kilometers. Okay, well, the one I do to Steveston is 11 kilometers, so tack on 7 to that. 7 plus 11 6 a.m. minus 5 o'clock. See, I can't figure it out. So yeah, I mean, it's 10 o'clock now, 9:52. So I figure I'll get to the car around 10:30, which is fine. You know, like it's take me about 45 minutes, hour to get home. That's not bad. You know, I did have to get up at 5 a.m., but I was up anyway. What else would I have been doing? Playing James Bond First Light? Probably. That's what I have been doing. Look at the flowers. Purdy. So yeah, I don't know. I'll get you if I see anything between here and there. I'll show you. I am gonna rock a piss, so I won't show you that. But of course, you can all check your interactive map, and it'll be on there. Look, caterpillars. Caterpillars got that part of the tree there. Imagine. But yeah, this looks this path looks absolutely thrilling. I can imagine there's just so much to see between here and the car. Basically this, you know, I'll be 20 minutes up there and it'll still look exactly the same. So I'll get you if something exciting happens, like those caterpillars. I mean, come on now, you're gonna be jotting that down in your old Heath ledger, am I right? But yeah, I gotta rock a piss here, the old rock voisin, and yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Listen, I can't complain at all. Like, hasn't been cold, hasn't been windy, didn't get eaten by mosquitoes, saw a bunch of things I ain't never seen before, learned all kinds of stuff with you. That's the thing, like, we learned as a team here. This is a team effort. It's not just me walking, this is us. You know what I mean? I don't just, you know, selfishly absorb all this nature and shit, and not expect to share it. That'd be crazy. And that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing with you, the home viewer. That's what I do. So anyway, look at that. And that's what I'll be looking at. And next thing you know, I'll be looking at something else. Oh, I'm back already. I just came out of the path there, as you can see. Look at this, I'm on a farm now. Big old farm. There's some kind of farming implement up there. I'm gonna walk up and we can look at it together. I think I can see my car, actually. Imagine. Yeah, I have I thought about that car a lot. Like, the guy who bought it, or gave it to me, not bought, well, he bought it, but I mean, the guy who gave it to me is my uncle, right? So, what the hell was that? So he was my uncle, and he didn't take care of it. He's worse than a woman looking after a car, you know what I mean? And I say that with all due respect, but you know, he was gonna, before he gave it to me, he was gonna drive it across Canada and back. So, I mean, that was his plan. So, you know, I was always thinking, like, one day what I should do, you know, sometime in the future, when I figure, fuck this car, or what else do I have to do, just drive it across Canada, see what happens, see how far I get. You know, if it breaks down in fucking Saskatoon or, you know, nowhere, I just hop a bus, hop a plane, fucking come home. Push it into a ditch, light it on fire, take the license plates off, and Bob's your uncle. You know, like, who gives a shit? I paid $0 for the car. You know, the insurance is what, like 800 bucks a year? Who cares? Gives a shit. I could drive it across Canada and back and still not make the number of kilometers on it that gives me a discount on my insurance. So, you know, just keep driving. Don't push the shit thing. Well, it's only 5-speed, right? Don't be like, all right, well, I'm gonna lay a patch of rubber in this parking lot. That seems like a good idea. No, I'm not gonna do that. But, you know, just see how far I can get. Like, I thought about going up to Pemberton or Lillooet or somewhere like that, and just going there, spending the night, and driving back, right? Little short Johnson it to see if it works properly and see if it can make the trip. But, you know, I haven't done that, or you would have seen it. Anyway, let's look at this farming implement here. It looks like a tractor, or what do you call it, bulldozer, and it looks to be that it was on fire at some point. Yeah, this looks like it's it looks to be like it was on fire at some point. I mean, that looks normal. That looks okay right there. There's, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of rust down here. I'm not sure, it's in that area there. A cracked windshield on it. That's I mean, you can probably just replace that. Little bit of body damage over here. That should just buff out. That should just buff out right there. Yeah. I mean, all in all, I mean, she's a runner. She's a runner. Oh, yeah. You can see the, it'll probably need an oil change for sure. And, I mean, you know, a little rust around there. Otherwise, I mean, I think what we got here is a going to town rig. Anyway, like I said, I can either see my car or I can't. You'll know when I get there. Imagine. Well, car's still there. I'll tell you, not being able to see it all the way down there, I kept thinking, holy fuck, maybe they do tow cars from here. But I mean, really, like, are they gonna, like, well, there she is, the old 2006 Kia Rio 5, yo. Still in pretty good condition for, you know, owned by a hippie on Vancouver Island. Okay, so I gotta get home. It's 10:17. I think I just go straight down here and I'm gonna end up at... this on the web. Shut up. I think I just go straight down this street and I'll end up at the, what do you call it? Not the highway, but the way. Anyway, if that was a walk, I just did it. That's the way I went. Imagine. Okay. Peace out, everybody. If the women don't find you handsome, well, you ain't me. Peace.